Oh, the Grim Reaper's putting it out. You're no fun. Hello, lovelies. If you love Sims shenanigans like seeing popular Simmers accidentally leave their game unpaused for X amount of time, you've come to the right place. I'm intentionally leaving my Sims autonomously do whatever the hell they want. I made 8 of the worst types of people and shoved them into a house. Let's establish some ground rules of my unpaused Chaos Sims challenge. 1. No commands shall be given to any of the playable Sims. No direct interference from the Sim Goddess is permitted. The Sim Goddess is me, by the way. 2. Unpaused Chaos will run for 1 whole Sim week or until all the Sims die. 3. As often as possible, I must run the game on triple speed, but I am allowed to pause the game for screenshots because #YouTube thumbnails. 4. All invitations to hang out with other Sims will be denied. 5. All invitations for sexual pleasure will be accepted regardless of relationship status because let's just not yuck their yum, you know what I mean? 6. Sims are not allowed to have any jobs. And 7. Bets on who will survive are highly encouraged. I built a house in Oasis Springs with their starter home fund. Everyone sleeping in one room and bed sharing regardless of relationship is enabled. However, there aren't enough beds to accommodate the 8s. So one unlucky sucker will have to sleep on the couch or crash on their floor. They'll pick their poison. I gave them 2 bathrooms, a normal-sized one and a single-tile nightmare bathroom. From the kitchen, you can see into the normal-sized bathroom, and the single-tile bathroom has no door, so privacy is out of the question. I am Big Brother, and Big Brother is me. All of their appliances are the cheapest to guarantee fires and deterioration. Broken sinks and toilets? Here we come. I added laundry to increase the filth around their house and added some lot traits to enhance the chaos such as volcanic activity and gremlins. Let me start by making a disclaimer regarding these Sims. Most of these Sims were randomly generated, but I made sure to give them exaggerated features and handpicked their traits to emphasize their shady characteristics. Any physical resemblance to people IRL is purely coincidental. Don't at me. First up, we've got Dolores Unabridged, modeled after the world's most hated Harry Potter villain, Dolores Umbridge. This woman is the ultimate see you next Tuesday. She's a spellcaster who's a snob, evil, and just plain mean. She aspires to be the world's public enemy, but if you ask me, she already is world's public enemy. If you asked our Harry Potter who the Joffrey of their world is, they'd scream this bitch's name a minute ago. She's a Nazi wizard who wants to cleanse the world of mudbloods, so you bet your simmer ass that if your child has a weak bloodline, she'd zip-zap that baby out of here. In our world, Dolores also has spawned Donna Hoffabron. We don't know who the father is, but we're going to assume it was with Satan himself. Donna Hoffabron is, well, as a Scotch would say, it's very clear she Donna Hoffabron. As in, she doesn't have a brain. Yes, I'm aware I nailed that accent. You go to Scotland one time, you pick up the accent. That's exactly how accents work. Abby. I put Donna in a clown outfit to represent the clown that she is. She's an anti-vaxxer who is a wannabe manic pixie, but is really a moronic anti-science conspiracy theorist idiot who clings to essential oils and crystals to smudge stick the coronavirus and measles away. She's paranoid, hates children, and because she's the spawn of Satan Dolores, she's pure evil. Just like her mother, she also aspires to be a public enemy. Since she's such an offensive individual, I gave her outfits that showcase her delusion. Cultural appropriation? I don't know her. Oh, this outfit? I got it at Urban Outfitters. Let's be clear that Donna has never gotten a nose job before. It just got stuck upturned from too many years of judging you for using modern science, modern medicine, theories of evolution, and your cold, hard, round earth scientific evidence and facts. Get out of here with that nonsense. You know that person you work with who does the absolute bare minimum, makes backhanded compliments, sprinkled with misogyny, leaves their desk a mess like their life, can't technology for the life of them so they never pick up their phone? Yeah, they're the kind of person who takes 20 minutes to mansplain something that really only took one quick Google search. And they're high-key racist but hide behind their one black friend. You spend hours correcting their mistakes and they're ignorant of any new office memos because they just want to continue to do things their way. Their default tone is condescending judgment, and they love to dish out destructive criticism, but lose their goddamn minds when you give them constructive criticism. It's the same jerk who takes credit for all your hard work but likes to boast about their achievements while you wonder, what achievements, Steve? The achievement of being the epitome of entitled white male privilege? Yep, that's our one and only scumbag Steve. Steve Scumbag is a slob, hot-headed, and just plain old mean. He aspires to have a nerd brain. I gave him the the ultimate suburban dad look, but with a backward baseball cap because he thinks he's not like any other dads. He's a cool dad. Remember, he has one black friend, so he can't be racist. I also accentuated his nose to be impossibly long to represent the lies he tells at the office and to himself. It makes you wonder, who would ever marry such a monster of a man? Well, I'll tell you who. It's gonna be Karen Donna. This couple is so disgustingly beautiful, you just want to pump your veins full of bleach. Yes, that's right. I made the ultimate Karen with a Karen haircut. John and Kate plus 8? Nah, it's Karen and Steve plus the 6 dweebs. Karen is a beautiful shade of Cheeto Americana cheddar, like her fearless leader. She's erratic, paranoid, self-absorbed, and never wrong. This walking dumpster fire of a sim is entitled to speak to your manager about her non-existent medical condition that bars her from wearing a mask in public spaces. Public health measures who? I don't know her. Karen only knows that her rights are being infringed upon and will use her 4G cell phone instead of 5G to call the popo to fake an attack. She's the type of sim of a bitch who encourages you to hashtag film your neighborhood because the Strangerville virus cases are a lie the military is covering up. Epidemiology and confirmed testing? Never heard of it. This See You Next Thursday aspires to be the leader of the pack because she never had any friends growing up, but doesn't realize that she's never going to be more than a knockoff of a third-tier brand name. Donna Karen was so 2000 and never. Moving on to Karen's brother-in-law, Steve Scumbag's big bro is none other than Gene Stable, our stable genius. He knows everything about everything and only cares about becoming a world celebrity. Gene claims to be quite humble, describing his traits as a genius, but we know he's actually a self-assured, hot-headed jerk just like his brother. Steve would 10-10 grab him by the pussy and is totally into his sister-in-law Karen. That moo-moo does things to him we will never understand. This one's for all of my single ladies who have been burned by shitty Tinder boys. Trash disappointment is the epitome of that hot fuckboy you swipe right on and were casually dating for months, but you could never get him to meet your friends because that would change your situationship. I mean, honestly, did you really want this guy to meet your friends though? This guy aspires to be the chief of mischief because he'd punk your ass into thinking he was a decent guy until he started sending you those 3 a.m. "you up" texts and accompanying unsolicited dick pics. Strangely enough, this insecure garbage individual is jealous as he is non-committal. He's not romantic, he's just flirty, but we don't have that trait in The Sims, so we're giving him romantic because it's the closest thing to flirty. He falls for all your thirst traps and would 10-10 bang your hot roommate if she gave him the time of day. He's just the pretty boy who happens to be the biggest disappointment and mistake you ever did make. Sigh. He's got more mommy issues than tattoos and probably caused you to seek therapy, but honestly, you're better off without him, honey. Therapy is helpful, so thank you. Next.
I mean, he was really cute, you know. He was really cute. Yeah. And it was really big.
Moving on to this green blob of a sim, we've got Lenny Mukbang, a green vampire. He's green because he's jealous that people have the audacity to have a life away from the computer. He's an aspiring computer whiz who trolls Reddit and rage quits games. He's a cyberbully who will dig up your personal address and post it publicly to elicit harassment if he hates you enough. His main quips while he's playing Xbox Live is how he's finger blasting your mom, but this virgin is an indoor cat who literally can't see the light of day because he's a vampire. He's a glutton who overeats and eats things way past their expiration date. He's lazy and sits in his mom's basement all day. Think Eric Cartman, but green. Mom, where are my cheesy poops? Strangely enough, this dude is a total bro and loves sports. He'll get into stupid arguments with you about his quote-unquote team and is a terrible sport when he loses his fantasy football league. Dude, you gotta move on, they're not real. Last but not least, we've got our influencer socialite that we all wish would just disappear. Kelly Nor'easter is the love child of a Kardashian and a disgraced rapper. She's got more plastic surgery done than a single season of Nip Tuck and has only been on 2 episodes of Botched. This influencer wants to be a mansion baron. Just when you think you're having a heart-to-heart conversation with this girl, she's just editing her sponsored selfies in Visco. Sugar Bear hair gummies work all kinds of miracles, like helping her ass get that fat with a PH. Even though Kelly is incredibly shallow and materialistic, she's a kleptomaniac. After all, she is a socialite, which is synonymous for being famous for absolutely nothing. So she's been forced to steal other people's work and rebrand it as her own. Anything for that Simstagram, right? And if you made it this far with me, wait until you see what's next. Right now, I just want to give you a really quick tour tour of the house. I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but here's the living room. We've got a Murphy bed, and we also have some forms of entertainment such as the guitar and the microphone, and of course a Simray, because why not, right? And then we also have a woodworking table just in case anybody wants to get a little creative, and we also have a bunch of Roman candles in here because I kind of want to see some fires happen. And in the kitchen, as you can see, we've got that wonderful window into the bathroom, but when you look in the bathroom, it's a mirror. I gave him a little pool for a little bit of a relaxation. All right, well, it's 11:59 on a Sunday, so we will go for one whole sim week unpaused. So let's begin. So I've installed Extreme Violence, Wicked Whims, MC Command Center, and Life's Trauma. In previous iterations of this Unpaused Chaos Challenge, I learned all too well that enabling autonomous killing for the active household is just way too much, way too fast. So I've only enabled autonomous non-deadly interactions for the active household. If you're a little bloodthirsty and you want to see some guns and a true slaughter, please let me know in the comments and I will film that next. Who's that at the door, you might ask? It's a random cloud chaser, don't worry about him. First to throw a punch is Kelly. She certainly didn't let a romantic relationship between her and Trash get in the way of a good sucker punch. That girl's wild. Dolores and her daughter Donna are bonding, and we see Dolores gain a parenting skill. Who would have thought she was capable? Steve and his brother Gene are also seemingly getting along. The household is left aghast by Kelly's completely inappropriate and unsolicited behavior. Who knew this girl was such a menace? She goes in for another jab at poor Trash, and he crashes to the floor. But he's not the only one to find a permanent residence in the ground. In just a few minutes of recording, Karen walks on over to the Murphy bed, and well, it's not a pretty sight because she's been murdered by the damn Murphy bed. I guess she'll have to speak to the manufacturer's manager beyond the grave. Ouch. Serves that woman right. Didn't even need a mod to kill her off. You'll get him next time, Karen. It's too bad. Not that I was rooting for her, but in previous iterations of the simulation, Karen actually did the laundry and cleaned up after these filthy animals. How will Steve possibly cope with the loss of his beloved wife? Will he seek counsel over his loss by turning to his brother? Will Gene cause a rift between them by confessing that he totally had a thing for his late wife's moo-moo? Obviously not, because this is The Sims 4 and there's no such thing as complicated emotions. You must be thinking of The Sims 2 or 3. The only person to even witness the death was Trash. The rest of the gang just nonchalantly sits and chats at the dining table. The one time I can actually get them all to sit and I'm not even controlling them. Ugh, the irony, man. Kelly continues to be wildin' on the welcome wagon. My man's Johnny Zest never had a chance. He just wanted to bring over some fruitcake, Kelly. Why you gotta be like that? Remember when I said Dolores probably spawned Donna with Satan himself? My theory is only proven correct when I received an attractiveness alert notification that she's got a massive lady boner for Grim, the Reaper of Souls. Not quite Satan, but his minion will do. Kelly randomly starts bullying Lenny, which begs the question why the vampire thinks he can Edward Cullen. You're not gonna sparkle, buddy, you're gonna burn. While Trash eats cement, a random couple has decided to bang-a-ling-a-ding-dong on the bunk bed. Who the hell let y'all in? Couldn't you at least bring fruitcake before using the facilities? The audacity! Lenny works on his crafting skills, making a knife block that he will never get to use, and the gang seems to be getting along okay. Trash tries to develop his wellness because he has an untreated personality disorder, and a few of the gang just randomly crashes on the floor despite having high energy. They must be exhausted dealing with Kelly's nonsense or something. Looks like Donna's upturned nose is going to get a beating from all that floor she's eating. Turns out her mom is actually a total dick and beating her up. Is it too late to call the child abuse hotline? Donna, sweetie, maybe it's time to call the popo on your mom. Ha! You can't. It's The Sims 4. Police totally don't exist and her mom's white, so she can do no harm. A ghost that was murdered by the previous iterations of the simulation has decided to come back to haunt the gang. I could have done a clean start, but what fun would that be? And could it be the lazy slob Lenny is actually doing laundry? It doesn't matter because Dolores is beating up her child. God damn, Dolores, you really are the worst. Not that Donna doesn't deserve to get smacked around. I mean, the world would be a better place if anti-vaxxers could get smacked around with the truth so they'd shut the fuck up. And because she can't stand when others have the spotlight, Kelly goes after Trash again. I'ma say it, kind of expected this behavior from Karen, but she's not here, so rip. Folks, we started off with less than 200 simoleons and it's been 9 sim hours and these delinquents managed to steal 1,800 simoleons. I'm killing the rags to riches challenge without even trying. Who are they stealing from, you ask? Well, themselves. The mod isn't perfect, you guys. You win some, you lose some. In this case, we're winning a lot of money and losing reputation. If you listen really carefully, you Donna and Jean crying in their sleep. Embodying her surname, Kelly continues to be the violent hurricane in the household, knocking out Dolores for no reason. This rando sim in our house is apparently turned on by the violence and propositions Steve. It hasn't even been 24 hours since his wife died, but you know what they say, the first stage of grief is danger with a stranger. It's day 2 and most of the gang except Jean and Steve are beaten and bruised. The extreme violence mod codes them to flee from their aggressor, so I guess that's why they're outside. I'll make a mental note to lock them in their house next time because following them around like a reality TV cameraman is above my pay grade. And just when we thought the bros were getting along, Jean socked Steve square in the jaw. Ouch, buddy. But why stop there when you can go over to Dolores and whack a witch? These 3 dummies run away to lick their wounds, but Steve has to take his anger out on someone, so he yells at hot douche Trash, who then takes it out on Dolores. Hurricane Kelly fertilizes a bush even though she has 2 perfectly usable toilets. Someone let this girl in Mensa. Lenny risks sun exposure just to snatch Kelly's weave. Lazy traits, I don't know her. While Lenny sleeps at the table, a robber comes in to steal money from the gang. Serves them right. Donna then serves Kelly some Taekwondo kicks. Damn, Donna! Meanwhile, outside, Dolores fights back Trash. Kind of wish I gave her some spells so she could set things on fire autonomously. Next time, y'all, next time. In a strange turn of events, Dawn and Kelly go from fisticuffs to fondalanga ding-donging on the bunk bed. Ah, to be young and crazy. Hungry and dirty, Trash steals money from Steve only to get his ass handed to him. Meanwhile, Dolores and Jean actually get into a real autonomous non-modded fight! Lenny finally feasts on a Smurf, which apparently upsets Trash so much that he roundhouse kicks him in the face. The robber returns for round 2, but who cares? It's nearly 3 a.m. and the gang has stolen nearly $5 grand. It's day 3 and none of these dum-dums have eaten. It seems that beating each other up has a higher priority than basic survival skills. I end up resetting a bunch of them a few times to see if it changes, but they'd rather be fighting than eating. So they just stand around a few hours not doing very much other than crying and running to witness some ass whipping, which honestly Donna handed out pretty relentlessly, like, girl, chill, just chill. Now look, obviously I wouldn't mind if they starved to death, but the problem was they weren't even going to try to eat. It's a Sims 4, so I know it's not because they're too depressed to eat. It's just because there are conflicts with autonomous priorities. Not to spoil anything, but nobody sets off the Roman candles or mortars, and I am here for fires. We all know the second any of these idiots tries to cook something, the stove will go up in flames. Even though no one has eaten anything for the past 48 hours, no one's even starved to death. And Lenny over here is actually gaining vampire skills all by himself by feeding on these randos. This obviously upset some people, so they accuse him of being a monster, even though Kelly is beating up Trash in the kitchen. Tensions continue to run high. Donna beats up her mom, and the robber comes back for more. Why hasn't anyone fought the robber yet, though? Apparently no one is able to sleep because of the speakers playing music, and everyone's accusing one another of all sorts of things. After stealing hundreds of simoleons from these miscreants, the robber has the gall to ask Lenny for a quick bang. It continues to be UFC world outside, and Kelly gets what's coming to her by both Steve and Trash. Poor Victor Fang was just popping by for some advice when he gets the crap slapped out of him by Steve. You really are a scumbag, Steve. He was just asking for help. And as soon as the coffee machine breaks, Donna uses the microwave, to heat up food. Why did I give them such nice amenities? Ugh. Learn from my mistakes, y'all. Just give them a stove if you want fires. Honestly, kind of surprised she hadn't come up with a conspiracy theory about microwaves and coronavirus yet. Gina's beaten and bruised outside. Dolores finds sanctuary on the park bench. I guess I'd also rather be homeless than to be stuck with those 7 violent idiots. Apparently Dolores will eventually die of old age before Donna can kill her. I just wish I gave them both powers and skills necessary so they could duel each other to the death. I have regrets. The robber comes back for more, and this time Kelly actually beats him up. Remember how I said I wanted fires? Well, this poor NPC is engulfed in flames, but Steve doesn't even help her extinguish the flames. He just walks away and takes a nap. Meanwhile, Kelly is tired and starving, but she still manages to find the energy to chun-li Trash to the curb. Where's all this rage coming from, Kelly? It's finally day 4 and Trash has soiled himself outside, which is perfect timing since it's Dolores' time to lie down and die. Honestly, a little disappointed she didn't die in the pee. Kelly has the hots for Grim and flexes for him by fighting Trash once again. Goddamn, Kelly, chill! Just when you finally think Trash is going to set the place on fire, he uses the damn microwave instead. Before Trash could even eat his burrito though, Kelly starts a real autonomous, non-modded fight with him in the kitchen! Damn, this bitch wildin'. And because she's one of the worst people in the world, she also jacks my man's burrito! Poor Trash. Poor Trash. Steve wants in on the violence too and starts beating up Lenny. You've only been watching chaos for the last 10 minutes, but I've been watching these crazies for over an hour and I'm getting real tired of the violence. I decided it's high time to turn off autonomous, non-deadly interactions so these jerks can just take care of themselves. I still don't understand how they haven't starved to death yet. Nevertheless, I give the ultraviolence gang about another day before disabling the autonomous violence. Yet, the next to perish from old age was our stable genius, Gene. Honestly, I can't say that I'll miss him. Gene Stable is survived by his douchebag brother, Steve Scumbag. Rip, buddy, rip. At least now you can finally hit on Karen in the afterlife. It's day 5 and they no longer have autonomy to snatch Kelly's weave. Trash and Steve finally take a shower, so it turns out that extreme violence is only a useful mod when you're in control because there's no rhyme or reason when it's autonomous. No tea, no shade to sacrificial mods, but there should definitely be some event probability settings because this mod is just 100% balls to the wall extreme. It's either no violence or all the violence. There's just no in between. Anyway, you'll notice that I actually yeeted the microwave to force the Sims to use the stove so we can finally see some fires. And don't worry, the coffee machine's next. Now that the Sims have stopped slapping each other around, Donna and Kelly have another brown chicken, brown cow session, and this time it's not on a bunk bed. If you think about it, the relationship makes perfect sense. Donna's obsessed with things that aren't real, like astrology and Kelly's tits. It looks like Lenny's actually doing a little bit of cleanup. Nope, I lied. He just put it back on the table. God damn it, Lenny. Walking away from the dishes, Lenny risks sun exposure to drink from summer holiday. He's a visionary who truly redefines what it means to be thirsty and to fall for a thirst trap. Steve, starting his own redemption arc, tries to make the gang of misfits some grilled cheese sandwiches while I'm hoping for a fire. Start a fire, Steve. Start a fire. Start a fire. Aw, god damn it. He wins this round. Better luck next time. It's day 6 and these bad hombres have a sexy visitor. Why, it's Salim Benali! Salim isn't even fazed by the dirty laundry piles and dishes everywhere. Instead, he makes a beeline for our F-boy Trash and asks him to touch his tra-la-la on the bunk bed. I really wish I enabled a higher crowds probability rate for this unpaused chaos run. Really wanted Trash to catch it with no way to hear it without me. But that's alright. Trash was left feeling unsatisfied after a romp with Salim. Now he can finally relate to the women he's dated. Donna's needs are completely satisfied after a bit of karaoke, and even though she hates everyone, she still manages to ask Steve to get frisky. Oh girl, you really do have daddy issues. Speaking of daddy, looks like someone's gonna be a father. Just like the terrible people they are, none of them are using condoms or birth control. Just when you thought there wasn't enough drama, a volcano erupts! Nothing like a natural disaster to make you reprioritize your life choices. Naturally, Trash tries to have makeup sex with Kelly. He only wants you when he's desperate. Remember that, ladies. And on the 6th day of chaos, Dolores came to me. Dolores is back, Dolores is back, Dolores is back! Despite Dolores being back, Donna really couldn't give a rat's ass about reconnecting with her late mother. She just kind of ignores her while Dolores goes off and does her own thing. It's our final day and Lenny is outside not doing anything but burning. How are you still alive, Lenny? You should be ash by now. The day's starting off to another volcanic eruption, but where's the fire? The clock is ticking. Well, folks, ask and you shall receive because it's summer and Kelly started a fire! Yes! God damn it! They put out the fire. I am very disappointed. I can't believe these dinguses managed to put out the fire. But when Steve saw that NPC on fire, he just walked away and went to sleep. What kind of logic is this? Sigh. And once again, when disaster strikes, so does an adrenaline boner. So Steve and Kelly are off to rub some wood to start their own fire. Why can't they just get crabs? Well, folks, it's time to call it in. 5 of these Sims are still standing, so did your favorite villain perish or survive? Let me know down in the comments. But before I leave you, here's some bonus footage. Oh, goodness, and Donna is actually pregnant. Oh my god, girl, who is the baby daddy? It's Steve Scumbag. Thank you, MC Command Center, for letting me know, because otherwise I wouldn't know. I mean, in post, yeah, I knew, but during, there were just so many of these Sims getting it on that I lost track of who was sleeping with Donna and Steve. And because I know you're here for the fires, I give you fires. Yes! Yes, I love that. Oh my god, the child! The child! Save the child! Wait, why is Kelly totally fine? Kelly, why are you just standing there? Honestly, just stand there. I'm okay with that. All right, now everyone has decided not to do anything. Keep staying. All right, there we go. Oh, now Kelly is also on fire! And Lenny has finally died! Okay, Kelly has died. Oh, I love that Steve is not doing anything now. Is it bad if I use these for my thumbnails? I will not have your judgments. Oh, the Grim Reaper's putting it out. You're no fun. Wait, that was a bust too. Wait, that's not a bust. Oh my gosh, it's going. It's going. Yes. Yes, it's going. It worked. I am just going to trap them in with their dirty laundry. Oh my god, it's working. Oh my god. It's working. Dirty laundry. That's what's going to catch them on fire. Oh, trash disappointment has died in a fire. Kelly has finally died in a fire! Ah, I love that. Oh, the child has gone. Due to neglect, Karen is being whisked away to safety. Maybe you should consider a goldfish before jumping into parenthood again. Oh, Steve's comeback is too hot for life. Why didn't I just leave? If I left them outside, you're telling me if I made them just stand outside, they would have died on their own. Oh my god. All right, lovelies, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more. If you're looking for more background noise, be sure to check out my Let's Play Quarantine University. Bye!